I'm so sorry I have not made a video in so very, very long. I don't really have an excuse. I could say, oh, you know, I've got a job, I've been working so hard, I've just been manic. But that would be a lie. The only bad thing about sitting on an office chair is I have a tendency to swivel. 2 weeks ago I went away, so on the 5th of July I went to Nice in the south of France for 2 weeks. Not that you can tell, I don't tan in the slightest, except for these really, really stupid annoying tan lines on my feet from my sandals. I'll show you what my sandals look like. Yeah, they're like that. So you can imagine the type of tan lines I got. Oops. You can imagine the tan lines I got were not good. So yeah, it was a really lovely holiday. It was just my parents, me and my sister. And it was so nice just to get away and just kind of relax, chill out. So we did a lot of just kind of sunbathing and a bit of swimming in the pool, which was lovely. And then we went to all the different towns around, like Grasse, Cannes, Antibes and places like that, which was really good. And I obviously got to use a lot of my French, which was kind of the whole point of going. So that was good. It was really lovely, really nice to get away. I actually used to be able to juggle. Because what you're actually supposed to do is toss it from hand to hand, one at one first. Oops. At your eye level. Until you can get the gist of it. Then you add a second one. And this one goes up and over to this hand, and this one goes up and over to this hand. Which way is the red one actually? So you go 1, 1, catch, catch, 1, 1, catch, catch, 1, 1, catch, catch. And you just keep doing that. And go the other way if you like. Until you get the idea of how to do that. And then you add a third one. And the idea with the third one is that it always has to stay in the air. Oh, are you ready for the epic fail now? Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Oh shit! Okay, I think we'll stop that now. I watched Torchwood finally because it started the week that I left for holiday, and I was like, oh my god, I have to remember to record this because it looks amazing, and I absolutely love Torchwood and Doctor Who. I was just like, oh. So I finally watched the last episode last night. I thought it was a really, really good mini-series, really, really good. Ianto's death is nowhere near as sad as Tosh and Owen's deaths, I should say. Because his was just like, Jack, I've known you like for 5 minutes, dead. Whereas for Tosh and Owen it was like, she'd always loved him, and then they were trapped, and then he realised he loved her, and they were just like, I love you, I'll die. It was like, oh, it was so sad, that made me cry. But Ianto's death didn't really make me cry. I also saw My Sister's Keeper yesterday. I thought it was a very good film. I hadn't read the book, which I really don't like doing. I always, if there is a book which has been made into a film, I quite like to read the book first, but I didn't have time to read it beforehand. My friend really wanted me to see it because I'm always one that goes, oh, that was so predictable, you can see that coming a mile off. I'm a bit of a cynic, really. It's like 5 minutes into the film and I'm like, yep, this person's going to die, this person's going to get together, that's how it's going to end, and obviously it does. I take after my father in that respect. She was like, I really want you to see this because there's a massive twist at the end. I don't think you're going to see it coming. I'll be really interested to see what you think. I was like, okay then, cool. I just remember watching it, and I don't want to give too much away because of spoilers and whatever. But I was just sitting there, and the whole way through I was like, where's the twist? I'm really confused. This is really predictable. I can see what's happening. There's nothing that seems to be out of the ordinary here. if you see what I mean. And then with the film finishes, my friend turns to me and is like, "Oh my god, they changed the ending!" And I was like, "I was gonna say, there wasn't a twist, was there?" And she was like, "No, that was really kind of, not boring in a way, but really kind of obvious." I also saw Harry Potter, and Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and those of you who might know, I am a huge Harry Potter geek, like, huge, beyond, oh, you have no idea how much I adore those books. I mean, seriously. Love them! Ooh. So of course I have these as well. Peter the Bard, Quidditch through the Ages, and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And then ages ago my mum bought me that. The Magical World of Harry Potter. A treasury of myths, legends and fascinating facts. And then there's a little bit in the corner. Don't know if you can see that. Not approved by Warner Brothers or J.K. Rowling. Oh, it is really interesting though, because it goes into like all the Latin names of things and where she might have got her ideas from and things like that. It's actually quite an interesting book. It only goes up to Goblet of Fire, but it is really good and I'd recommend getting it. Now, I'm not going to go too much into Half-Blood Prince, otherwise it will just turn into like a massive rant. I feel really strongly about the books, and I've always pictured things a certain way in my head, and that kind of thing. Safe to say, I thought it was probably one of the best films, easily, but probably one of the worst adaptations of the book, if that makes sense. Main things that annoyed me, lack of funeral. Oh my god, when it skipped from like him dying with them pointing their wands in the air or whatever, which was quite a nice tribute, but what? Straight to Harry and Hermione and Ron just standing in the tower. I was like, what the fuck? Where was the view? What? So the thing is, I didn't find it particularly sad because his death seemed to be over far too quickly. Number 2, the Burrow scene. What was achieved by that exactly? Do you not think that perhaps there were enchantments of protection around the Burrow? What was achieved by that? It could have only been because they didn't think they had enough Bellatrix in it. Who annoyed me anyway. She was kind of like really kind of, Draco, Draco. Kind of when she was talking to him and, the name. It's like, you're not supposed to be kind of getting turned on by them, love. You're supposed to be scary. I didn't find you scary. It's not a big thing, but Narcissa's hair! What was up with that? It was like she had a dead badger, like, glued to her head. Ugh, it was horrible. I want your babies. Can anyone recommend any books for me to read? Because I'm kind of struggling at the moment. So if you can recommend any that you think I might like. I'm pretty much open to reading anything. Just anything really. Just anything. I will read anything. Please, recommend them to me. So what have you guys been doing since I've been here last, which is quite a long time? Anything fun? I'm guessing everyone's kind of, well, except unless you have a job, all like schools and unis and everything have broken up for some holidays now. I think schools broke up last Friday. Well, most schools did. My sister broke up before I went on holiday on the 4th. No, on the 3rd, because the 4th was Saturday. My sister broke up on the 3rd, but that's because my school was weird. Yeah, so let me know what you've been doing. Drop me a comment. So as well as saying, Caroline, I think you should read this. Also say, Caroline, guess what I did over the summer? Over the past 4 or 5 million zillion weeks or whatever. Or you could drop me a video response. That would be cool. This is long enough and I need to do other things like play The Sims. So I'll speak to you all soon, hopefully. Sooner than last time, I should hope.